So, girl, so I kind of wanted to come on to a talk and a twist, you know what I'm saying? So I might have my hand in front of my face sometimes or whatever, but I want to talk to y'all while I twist my hair and I'm not putting any product on it. Y'all, I used, what was that stuff? It's not Comet Biologics. It is, shit, I can't think of the name of that stuff. I'm about to grab it in a minute, but I use this stuff like, what day? What's the day? Yeah, I'm so confused about the days and stuff because if you see my other videos, and some people don't watch all my videos, so I'm gonna talk about this. I have been in the bed for since Tuesday. Today is Friday. Except for today, I got up. I had something I had to do today. I've been in the bed since Tuesday. I went to the doctor yesterday. But I was in the bed for 3 days. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Tuesday night, when I got home from work, I had to get in the bed. I didn't get out the bed all day Wednesday. I didn't get out the bed. Well, I was in there Tuesday. I slept, y'all, for 12 hours on Wednesday. And I know because I had my Fitbit, and it tells you how many hours you sleep. But if anybody had told me last month or month before last that I would spend the time that I have spent in pain in the bed, I would have told them, girl, bye. What? I was working out, going to the gym, feeling just fine. And all of a sudden, my back starts to hurting. Then my stomach starts to hurting, and before I know it, it's my back, it's my stomach, it's my legs. I have pains like shooting down in my legs, and in combination with the sickness, like the pain and hurting, y'all, I am so nauseous. When that is going on, like, I am so nauseous. I never like vomit, but the nausea, I'm so nauseated that it's almost like, y'all, it's like it's a riff of whatever it is just going up and down me, and I'm just like, oh my God, like I can't even hardly explain the sickness. It's just like I'm just so sick, like nauseous and hurting, and the pain is everywhere, and I'm nauseous, and I don't know, you know what? I don't know if I'm hurting so bad that that's making me nauseous, or if I'm just nauseous along with all the pain. You know what I'm saying? But can y'all ever tell when you twist your hair the wrong way? You gotta twist it back the other way. I hate when that happens. But so that was kind of like the process. But a few weeks ago, so I've been hurting y'all now, seriously, no lie, for about 3 weeks. And I started hurting on a Thursday. And I decided I was going to wait, and call my doctor. But on a Thursday, so I called them, but I couldn't get in till that Tuesday. Now my doctor has transferred over to another facility, another office, and I'm not really sure that I like this office, because when he was in the other office, I could call, you could get like sick appointments the day of, like, with no problems. And so part of my problem is I've had a hard time getting into this new location he's in sometimes, and I'm just like, when he was at the other place, I had no problems whatsoever getting in that place. But I called, so I had to wait until the following Tuesday to get to see him. But my doctor now, I love my doctor. Like, oh my God. When you do see him, and I've been going to this man for about 10 years, so I love him so much. It might have been longer than that, about 10 years probably though. But when you get into him, like, he is so concerned. He's like, yo, we're going to find out what's wrong. He don't say yo, that's me saying yo, but he's like, we're going to find out what's wrong. So he listens very intently. He never rushes me or make me feel like, I got to hurry up. I'm I went to a doctor one time, y'all, and that man rushed me so bad. So I was like, yo, never again. I felt like, yo, how the heck do you rush somebody like that? Really, I am a patient. That man rushed the heck out of me. And after that one time, I was like, I cannot go back to him. But my doctor is so attentive. So he listens to you. He takes the time out, you know, he does all kind of tests and stuff like that. So upon, you know, working with him or whatever, him working with me, you know, his initial reaction was that, you know, maybe you have a pinched nerve, or maybe, you know, it's your back, the disc or something flaring up. But it wouldn't cause your stomach. You know, sometimes I could be sitting, y'all, and my stomach will get so big. Like, my stomach will just blow up, like bloated and get humongous. Like I'm pregnant or something. I'll be like, oh my God, what in the world? Sunday, this past Sunday, I'm all over the place, y'all. This is a ramble video. I'm going to warn you right now. But this past Sunday, girl, my stomach was so flat. I wore this dress to church. I looked so cute. I felt so good. My daughter was like, oh my God, why your stomach is so flat? And her fiance, they came over here, and he was like, oh my God, look at your stomach. He was like, because the dress I had on, it was like fitting, but it wasn't like, you know, too much for church, but it was fitting. So he was like, I never see you wear a dress like that. And I don't even know, but Sunday I was feeling like wearing that dress, and it was really cute. So Monday, girl, what? My stomach blew up so big on Monday. And I was like, oh my God. And it's almost like I could feel it increasing. It's like a balloon just keep inflating, inflating, inflating. And I'm like, yo, what in the world? So I had a big belly again. So I went and had some blood work done, some tests done and stuff. So I had to go back to my doctor today, actually this Friday. So I couldn't. So Monday, my stomach blew up so bad, so big and so bad. So I was like, yo, what in the world? So Monday night, you know, okay, Tuesday I get up, my stomach is still bloated, my back is hurting, of course. So I go to work and everything. Tuesday evening, probably about, you know, in the afternoon, in the evening, my stomach started hurting. I was like, oh my God, my stomach is hurting. What in the world is going on? So by the time I got home, I got off work at 8. Yeah. So by the time I got home, I had to take to the bed. Like, y'all, I was so sick. Tuesday night was like the worst night. Oh my God. I was in so much pain. When I say pain, I mean pain from my stomach to my back to my legs. It's to the point where when I get up to walk, and I've been having those spells some, that when I get up to go walk, it's like I can barely, you know, I'm like dragging my leg or barely able to walk. That's just how painful it is. And when that's happening, my stomach is hurting, my back is hurting, but that leg is something about my leg that it just, when that hits me, my leg, I can barely pick my leg up. That's just how bad it is. So I called my doctor's office and I was like, look, on Wednesday I called. Yeah, Wednesday. I was like, there is no way I can wait till Friday, please. So I was thinking about going to the emergency room, but I was like, you know what? Them rates at that emergency room are so freaking high. So if I could just tough it out through the night, y'all, I'm telling you, like, so my doctor had given me some pain pills, but a lot of times when my back and stomach is flared up like this, those pain pills just are not working for me. Like, it's just not, it's not working. And I don't have, like, he's asked me, would you like some stronger medication or whatever? I'm really particular, y'all, about like strong meds, because so many people get addicted to prescription medication, and I'm just really particular, because one time, like, this was when I was younger, y'all, and I've always had problems with my back, oh my God. And ever since I worked in a call center. This has been, oh my God, I was in my 20s. And this manager, he was a cool guy. He was going around giving back massages, kind of relieve stress or whatever. When that dude got finished with my back, y'all, and I went to walk, I could barely move. Like, I was like, oh my God, what did he do to my back? Ever since that day, like, I'm not even gonna say, like, I've had problems with my back all along, but then I was in a car accident where I messed up 2 discs, one in my neck and 2 in my low back. So, I've had back problems and stuff, and I had like the hydrocodone. So I don't even, and y'all, one time, I'm gonna tell you the truth. And this was when I was younger. My back was hurting so much. It stayed hurting all the time. Nothing they did helped my back. Like, nothing they did helped my back. And I noticed that they just kept giving me more meds and more meds and more meds, like prescribing me more medication. I wasn't going to the doctor I go to now. But, and it got to the point where I was just like, you know what? I'm taking all this medicine. I'm not feeling no better. My back is not getting no better. So what is the point? You know what I'm saying? Like, really, what is the point of me taking all of this medication when my stomach, my back is still jacked up? Back in the day, y'all, tell you no lie, I stopped taking that medicine. This is the God knows truth. And this guy had told me some techniques to use for my back, like lying on the floor with my back flat and putting my feet in a chair, whatever. So I did that. I started doing that, y'all, and I would fall asleep just like that sometimes. And just doing different little things. Do y'all know my back stopped hurting? Like, it was the weirdest thing. My back stopped hurting. But I said all that just to say, I'm really, so, and then I'm really, because some people be getting addicted, y'all, and I don't want to get addicted to no medication. And sometimes people get addicted and they don't even realize that they have gotten addicted to that medication. And you be in so much pain. Like, for me, oh my God, I be in so much pain. I'm going to tell y'all the truth. Those little muscle relaxers, which they're a joke. I don't even know why I got those, really. But those, he gave me muscle relaxers, a pain pill, and what else he gave me? I had to actually he gave me a prescription for an acid blocker because I was having issues with that. The thing is, y'all, I have so many issues going on to trying to narrow down like really what it is just hard to narrow it down. So I do have ovarian cyst. So he did find ovarian cyst, and that's another issue that he found, but we're working on that. But the ovarian cyst, so I have to go to a gynecologist, OBGYN, Monday. I have to go there Monday. Then I have to go get an ultrasound done Friday. Then I have to go to a GI doctor. So it's so much going on. It's just, he just hadn't been able to pinpoint it yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, what is the cause, or is it just multiple things at one time? But it's just odd that your back can flare up, you have ovarian cysts, your stomach is hurting, you're getting bloated, you know what I'm saying? It's just so much going on that it's like, how did all this just flare up at one time? So is there a bigger problem that's making all these little things, just go so wrong? But I was reading where ovarian cysts can really, cause some of the issues that I am having. So I don't know if it's a cyst. So that's why I'm going to go to the OBGYN for her to, assess the cyst and see if, if I need medicine or whatever for it. Because he was like, as sick as I was, he's wondering if it was like the cyst that had actually ruptured. But usually after they rupture, they're fine. But anyway, girl, that's what's been going on with me. Just a whole bunch. I just wanted to come, just chat while I twist, child, chat while I twist. So hopefully get this twisting time to go by. Y'all, I was so sick the other day, girl. Let me tell you, I could not do my hair. Y'all, I was working on my head and I just said, you know what? I cannot do this. And I just put a bonnet on, girl, and got in that bed, and my head was matted. I'm surprised my head even looked half as decent as it looked today, because I don't know, child, but it's so moisturized. Let me Becura, Bekura. That's what I used on my hair. What day was it? Sunday, Saturday? One day last week. I want to say it was Saturday. My freaking hair has been moisturized, y'all, ever since I put that stuff on. Now, what I did notice was that I couldn't like apply extra products. Like, it's almost like it created a barrier, but it locked in moisture. So it kind of created a barrier and it locked in moisture. So that was the odd thing. It created a barrier, it locked in moisture. So I haven't had to re-moisturize. And when I tried to put something on it, it's like it didn't take. Is that weird? Yeah, it didn't take. But anyway. But I came on here to start saying that. If anybody had told me like last month or 2 months ago, when I was working out, girl, getting fit, just, trucking along, life is good, that I would be bedridden for a few days and a few months, I'd be like, But things can change around so quickly that that's just how quickly your life can take a turn. Things can change, and sometimes the enemy can attack our body as well. And I'm just not so sure yet that this is not an attack of the enemy, because anybody that, if and this is for those believers, when you love the Lord and the Lord's got things for you to do, and the enemy will start to attacking first of all, he attacks whatever he feel like is going to be a stumbling block for you. And, the attack has, and it's so odd because I've been through several, and it's funny because I notice it now. I recognize it. I've been through attacks like this, and I'm going to say attacks because I'm not so sure this is not an attack from the enemy. I've been through battles like this often throughout my life, where I get and it's always my back, my stomach, where things just don't be right. You know what I'm saying? One time I did have a really bad, my stomach lining was inflamed. So I did have an issue there. But this time, y'all, I'm just not so sure that it's not an attack of the enemy, because, it came out of when I say nowhere, this came out of nowhere. And it came at a time where I feel like, the enemy attacked my family unit. And, sometimes we just got to be the bigger person and suck it up and be like, you know what? I refuse to let this mess keep me from what God has for me. I refuse to sit up here and walk around and be mad with people. Yeah, I have a reason to be upset with them, but I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to allow this to just get to me like this. You know what I'm saying? So when you sit and you overcome that, the devil like, look here now. Then be like, I thought sure that was going to stop her. I just knew that was going to stop her. Because, if you got something balled up in your heart and stuff, and you can't seem to get rid of it, then that's a problem. You got to address that thing, because you can't do nothing working in God with your heart hard, and you pissed off with people, and, you ain't speaking to folks, and you can't. He can't use you like that. I don't care what nobody says. He cannot use you like that. Now, some people, I love them from a distance, and I treat them with a long-held spoon, but at the same time, sometimes you just got to suck it up and be the bigger person, because people need to see the God in you and be like, you know what? How can she be so jolly after I did her this way? Or how can she talk to me after I did this or did that? Because trust me, when you tell people what they've done to you and why you're upset, it's going to stick in their mind what they did to you. They may not acknowledge it. They might not say, well, yeah, I was wrong. No, they're not going to do stuff like that. Most of the time, people don't do that. But so he couldn't get me that way because you know what? I swallowed it. I swallowed it. I swallowed it whole. And you know what? I just swallowed it. And so you know what? I'm not going to allow the devil to make me miss out on what God has for me because I'm mad with anybody. You feel me? So I swallowed it. I said, you know what? Okay, I'm the bigger person. Y'all. So then a little incident happened with me and one of my sons. And I was just like, you know what? How did we get here? Because we had such a great relationship and everything was just going so well. And it was all good. And I was just like, how in the world did we get here? So you know what? I'm going to be the bigger person. So I texted him, I called him, and I said, you know what? I don't want this to come between us because I love you too much for that. I love you too much to let this come between us. So we got that right. Okay. So and it's the people that are the closest to me. You feel me? So I was like, okay, you know, cool. I got that in check. I was going down the list, just checking off list, checking off list, checking off list. Okay, you know, I'm done. So then my back started to hurt. Okay. I mean, you know, back hurting. I mean, shoot, my back hurt every once in a while from time to time. So this ain't nothing. So I don't pay it no attention. You know what I'm saying? Next thing I know, stomach is hurt. I'm like, okay, maybe I'm a little constipated. You know, let me just take me some little laxatives. Y'all, for real, serious. I'm being real. So take me some laxatives or whatever. And that didn't work. I was like, okay, well, that doesn't work. My stomach hurt. My back is hurting. Then, you know, of course, the situation with my legs started hurting. I can't hardly walk, child. I was like, oh, my God. What in the world? What? What the what? So, child, don't tell me. I got that oil, honey. I started drinking that oil. The night that I couldn't get out the bed, the night and the day, you know what I laid in that bed and said? By your stripes, I am healed. By his stripes, I am healed. Girl, I just started repeating it, anointing my stomach, anointing my back. And sometimes, you know, it takes a minute. So I ain't gave up on God. You know, because I know he's coming. I know he's coming. So, yeah. So, devil, you know, nah. You know, sometimes he distracts you, you know, kind of get your mind off focus, get you off centered. And, you know, some people even get mad and start, you know, questioning God, what's going on, and they get an attitude. Folk get an attitude with God after a while. You know what I'm saying? You get so sick and stuff. So think about Job. Can you imagine what all Job went through? Good God Almighty. You know, when he lost his children, he lost his house, he lost everything he had, and then on top of that, his body got attacked. Psh, girl, bye. Where he's so sick, you know, he down and out, but look at Job. You know what I'm saying? Look at how he just stood fast and he just said, nah, I'm not going out like that. You know, yeah, he got a little upset one time, but he had to hold on to God. He had no choice. You know what I'm saying? He had to hold on to God. His wife come in, Joe, why don't you just curse God and die? It's a wrap. It's done. It's over. It's over for you. Woman, you sound foolish. Are you crazy? Because God is all that I have to hold on to. I don't have anything else. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even if you got your house, your car, your land, or whatever, that's nothing. You know, God is all that we have to hold on to. So, I said all that to say, you know, sometimes Satan will. He'll attack you any way he can. He tries little things just to see, you know, if he can get you. Because sometimes he can get you unfocused and get you off balance and everything, to make you, you know, feel like just giving up, throwing both of your hands. Because y'all have been through so much. I tell you. In the last few years. Because, see, I had a protector. I had an earthly protector. And when she was here, a lot of stuff, you know, I mean, hey, I witnessed a lot of stuff. You know, I've been through a lot of stuff, but I could always go to her and she would make it all right. I don't care what I was going through, what was going on. She would make it all right. You know, but she did tell me, and my grandma used to tell me, honey, you got to learn to pray for yourself. And oh, yes, she's going to pray for me. But not only did she pray for me, but she showed me how to pray for myself. She taught me that I needed to pray for myself. You know, and sometimes if you can't pray for yourself, honey, get a song in your spirit. Yeah, I woke up. Oh, I woke up one morning. And this was before I really, really got sick. This song was in my spirit. And I couldn't get that song out of my spirit for nothing. I woke up with this song on my mind. And it's an old school song. It's called Everybody Ought to Praise His Name. And all day long, that song, I sang that song, y'all, in my house. I sang that song, girl. I was just singing that song. Everybody ought to praise his name. And it's talking about how, like, if the birds can sing, you know, the birds would sing. He looked outside the window and saw the birds chirping and singing. And he thought to himself, you know, they could be singing to the Lord. They could be saying, thank you, Lord, for letting me live to see another day. So everybody ought to praise his name. That song was in my spirit, y'all. I cannot get that song out of my mind all day long. It's an old school song. But sometimes, you know, we just got to hold on. I had a spiritual person here. But sometimes we got to hold on. And sometimes we got to be where God needs for us to be. Because sometimes sicknesses come that you will get your mind right. That you will get yourself together. And then sometimes sicknesses come because the enemy knows that if you ever break through, what a powerful house you will be. And I know that, you know, I know that that's the case for me. I know that's the case for me because I know the anointing that God has placed on my life. And sometimes we just have a little time getting there. You know what I'm saying? We do. But I'm going to get there. I'm claiming it. I am claiming it that I'm going to get there no matter what comes, what goes, attack on the body, attack on the mind, whatever. And y'all, I'm telling y'all, because a few weeks ago as well, right before my body got attacked, my mind was attacked. And y'all, one thing happened and it was just like the floodgates just came open. Y'all, I was screaming and crying. I could not get out of the bed that day. I was so tired. Like, I was just burnt out and I was just tired. And I just could not take it no more. I couldn't take nothing else. I had just had it, y'all. Really, I had. It was a multitude of things. And sometimes, you know, Satan wants you to lose your mind. So I bounced back from that because that took me to my bed. That took me to my bed for a whole day. I stayed in the bed all day long, y'all, and I cried all day and all night. Every time I would just turn around, just bust out crying. And sometimes crying is good for you. It is. It's good for you. But I had to cry it out. I needed to cry it out. So he realized that, yeah, I made it through that. Yeah, no, I didn't lose my mind. I cried all day and all night, but I didn't lose my mind. So, next up is the attack on the body. Well, I'm going to get through this too. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time before they're going to find out what is wrong with me, or they're going to get some of these things that they know is wrong with me together. And I'm claiming it in the name of Jesus. So I really want to just come on, you know, twist and talk. And I know I've been doing more talking than I have twisting, y'all. But hold on, be strong. You know, stay prayed up in the Lord. God will fix it. He'll fix it. He will. He'll fix it for you. And if you hold on and hold out, any attack that the enemy has, he won't be able to do nothing with you. He won't be able to do nothing with you. He can attack you, but he won't take you down. He will not take you down. Stay strong in the Lord, y'all. Pray. If you are so sick in your body that you can't do nothing but grab your oil, keep you some oil by your bedside. I keep oil by my bedside. Because you know what? The night that I couldn't move, I couldn't get out of bed, all I could do was just call on the Lord, y'all, and say, Lord, help me. Lord, help me. Jesus, help me. Lord, fix me. Help me, Lord. That's all I can say. Help me, Lord. Help me, Lord. By your stripes, I am healed. And just pray, 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 pray. Pray. And sometimes it ain't the long, drawn-out prayers. Just help me, Lord. Lord Jesus, I need a healing over my body in the name of Jesus. And he'll do it. He'll fix it. It might take a little time, but he'll fix it. I know he'll fix it. I'm telling you, I'm a witness he'll fix it. He done fixed it before. He gonna fix it again. So, you know, it'll be all right. Hang in there. And praise ye the Lord. So, y'all, just wanted to come on and give you my little testimony, tell you about what I've been going through. It is yet all good because by his stripes, I am healed. By his stripes, I am saved. And I praise God. I thank him for it. So, I will keep y'all posted. Because when this pain stops, girl, bye. I got, you know, hey. And I'm doing work while the pain is there. I'm talking to y'all. It's work. Because Satan does not want you to tell your testimony, child. He don't want you to encourage people. You know what I'm saying? He don't want you to do none of that. He wants you broken. I'm not broken. You know, I'm a little bent right now. I'm a little bent right now, y'all, but I am not broken, honey. To God be the glory. I will holler at y'all in the next video. If you haven't subbed yet, hit the sub button. If you have not subbed yet, hit the sub button, hang out with your girl, and I will holler at y'all in the next video.